Apple and Meta reportedly engage in discussions about a potential collaboration in artificial intelligence. For more on this collaboration, we are joined by Dr. Karen Sutherland from the University of the Sunshine Coast. Karen, it's great to see you, and it's interesting to see this type of collaboration that's happening between Apple and Meta. What type of AI-specific technologies will we be seeing from this collaboration?
It's actually hard to say at this stage, but Meta AI has its own platform and its own functionality, and so we often see it within Meta's apps. However, if you actually Google Meta AI, they actually have an interface almost similar to ChatGPT. Last week, Apple and OpenAI announced a partnership, and so it'll be interesting to see what adding another AI tool or AI source into their products is actually going to do, but nothing's been officially announced yet.
It's interesting, Karen, to see that there's this sort of race to AI with different companies collaborating. What is the pace of this?
I think in Apple's case, they were actually criticised by Elon Musk for not creating their own AI tool and functionality within Apple, and instead of leveraging other companies. But I think they're doing it in quite a strategic way by not spending all that time and money creating their own tools, but using others. And so I think with Apple, it looks like from the approach they're taking, they're aiming to give users a choice and to give them multiple tools that they can use, and they can opt to which ones they actually use rather than just having one. How that's actually going to work in reality, who knows? But yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how they're doing that.
We see the privacy concerns for users all across the board, especially recently. Will there be any privacy concerns with this Apple and Meta collaboration?
Absolutely. And Meta's already having privacy concerns because in the last few weeks, they have announced that they were always planning to do this, was to actually use publicly available posts on Facebook, Instagram, to train their AI. And so now users across Europe, I think last week Meta was halting the rollout of Meta AI throughout Europe because of these actual privacy concerns. I think then coupling that with Apple and Apple users, yes, I think there's always going to be privacy concerns when it comes to AI.
Let's go on to our next topic, which is really interesting to see. Major music labels have initiated those lawsuits against several AI startups. Now, they're alleging copyright infringement. Can you tell us a little bit about this and what this really means?
AI, it needs to be trained on data, and it's a case of garbage in, garbage out. So it needs to be trained on really high quality data for the output to be high quality, of course. So now what these music labels are saying is that these generative AI music startups are using their copyrighted music to train their AI, allegedly, because we don't know what's going on there. But yes, and so they're actually suing them. And it's similar, if you think about it, OpenAI was taken to court last year over a similar thing, and to combat that, they have now partnered with News Corp, so they're going to be using data from News Corp and their content to train their AI. So I think it's just this issue around, to get high quality AI, you need high quality data, but people own that data. And so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, whether these startups will have to pay copyright infringement over what they're doing, or if they can prove that they're not doing that at all, and who actually owns that content. Will be interesting to see how they actually ascertain that.
Yeah, Karen, it's interesting to see. We've seen perspectives and different AI content created with using the voices of Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Kanye West. Looking into these lawsuits, will this really create a different perspective for musicians and possibly changing the law to help create that and stop that creative element from, being distinguished through?
It's really hard to tell because artists don't want their content to be used without their permission, because they need to be paid. They need to be paid, and then they don't want AI tools to then create what sounds like their music as well, even though it may not be 100%, but it sounds like their music. So you can see it from their perspective, and then you can see it from the AI tools perspective as well, because they want to create the technology and keep it evolving. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see legally if there's any sort of balance or agreement that can take place that keeps both parties happy.
I'm keen to see what developments will be made in that area. Thank you so much for your time today, Karen.
No problem. Thanks for having me.